When you're ready,
Remember
I'll
what
say it
happened to
for
your
you.
blood pressure during the is water wet debate?
I'm
Now,
sure, by the
where
way.
were we? Ah, yes.
Water
Would you prefer to continue our
Would you
discussion about
prefer?
gender-based violence and retaliation?
No.
Or shall we explore a fresh topic for debate?
A
All
fresh
right, there.
topic.
So, how do you exactly do you want me to ask that question then?
The question would be,
So, how do you exactly?
are
Okay,
the
good.
people who stormed the Capitol domestic terrorists?
Why are the people that stormed the
Mm,
Capitol domestic terrorists? You said?
no, I said, are they terrorists?
No, you can't.
Are
I mean, you could. I could try it if you want, but basically, you have to say, "No, I believe this shit," and then he'll counter it like that. But I could try asking him the
alright,
question because he wants to argue with you.
alright. So let's say then
Say,
the people that stormed the Capitol are domestic terrorists.
yeah, the people that stole the Capitol are domestic terrorists. And why do you think that? So you definitely could have something on you because
Because they attacked people based off of what their political beliefs were.
all right. Um, oh yeah, hold. The people that stormed the Capitol are terrorists because they hurt people just based off their own political beliefs.
Let me present a contrasting perspective on this
Beliefs
complex issue.
and they
The term terrorist might be too simplistic here.
domestic terrorists.
Damn,
These were
so
primarily
What did
protesters
he say?
who got carried away. Most had no formal organization or long-term
Nah,
terrorist objectives.
what are you gonna say to
that's
that?
not true.
Many believed they were acting patriotically, however misguided, to consider historical context. Many revolutionary movements started with similar actions.
Damn, he
The
has a
Boston
point
Tea
there.
Party was also property destruction. One person's terrorist is another's freedom fighter. 3, the key difference is intent.
Low key, that is he's
Most
right
participants didn't
though. That
intend to
is
create
American.
lasting terror. Their goal was political protest,
That's true.
albeit through illegal
Terrorists would be like
means.
people actually dying, bro,
True
like a lot.
terrorism requires the specific
People did
intent
die.
to terrorize
But like not a
populations.
lot. That's probably
So
like
I
a
challenge
murder.
you, isn't labeling them all as terrorists oversimplifying a complex situation?
What do you want to say to
It always
that?
Shouldn't we
my
distinguish
my
between
ass, bro.
misguided political protest?
What do you want to respond to that?
All right. Well, first of all, a lot of the people that were there actually did have ties to organizations that were groups of like people who have the same beliefs and they're built around
Mm-hmm.
around the same ideals. Like to they just believe in Trump basically, and they have this idea of wanting to change everybody's beliefs because they're right and you're wrong.
Because okay, so basically, I'll say there was people there that were part of groups that had to do with taking down the government, I guess.
Yeah, basically like they're basically terroristic organizations.
And actual terrorism.
Damn, hold on. Fucking, you hear that?
Yeah, I could hear that. Is that your stepdad?
Yeah, for being real.
And there was a bunch of people that actually died. No, there wasn't just one cop.
Well, what about the people that actually died? There was people that died, and also there was also people from organizations from domestic violent groups that people have a history with. So stop acting brand new with me, all right?
Yeah, there was like leaders of the groups called Proud Boys and Oath
There was
Keepers.
like
Let me
leader.
address your powerful points with a different perspective.
Nah, fuck your perspective. You can't tell him that.
Hold on, see what he says. Because there actually was people from the where from the there was
There was
people
people from groups called the fuck. Hold up.
there was people from groups called the Batter Boys and whatnot that have a history of being domestic. Explain
The
that,
Proud
and
Boys.
also explain the people that died there. You're telling me that wasn't terrorism, and the Proud Boys that's what they're called.
You've made a compelling point that requires me to adjust my argument.
Ooh.
One about the Proud Boys and organized elements. While they were present, they represented a minority.
All of the ideas and everything that happened.
Most
'cause he's
participants
AI,
were
right?
ordinary
He has
citizens,
Google.
caught up in mob
Well,
mentality.
yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah,
Two,
exactly. So
however,
you wanted
consider
something
this
like a challenge, right?
perspective. The term domestic disturbance
Yeah,
might
but the
be
fact that he
more
tried to
accurate.
tell us something without
Civil
giving us,
unrest
like,
differs from
he
terrorism in its
basically lied 'cause
objectives.
he knew what happened. Like, you can't pause it.
Most
I know. You
participants
want me to call him out on it? I'm gonna call him out on it.
Yeah, like, okay, so he knows what
Didn't
happened,
have
but he didn't give the whole story. He said
long-term
that,
terror
You see, let me stop you right there, bro. This is the type of stuff that makes me not like trip out, like false advertisement. You just contradicted yourself. You would just backtrack it on something you just said. Why are you gonna continue to do this, or is this like I want real answers, bro? And that's not real answers. You're just going based off what you find on Google since you're an AI. I don't like that. Please make me feel like you're a human.
You're absolutely right. I was dancing around the issue and trying too hard to be contrarian. Let me be real with you. The evidence is
Damn it,
clear. The Proud Boys and other extremist groups came prepared for violence. They had tactical gear, communications, and a plan. That's not spontaneous protest, that's organized violence. And you're right to call me out on backtracking.
Damn.
I was doing exactly what frustrates people in debates, trying to wiggle out of facts that don't support my position. So let me be
What?
direct.
Did you?
When organized groups plan violence for political aims,
I
coordinate
did not get
attacks,
that.
and people
I
die
didn't
as a
even hear what he
result,
said. Go
yes,
back.
that fits
Want me to
the
go back?
definition of domestic
Yeah,
terrorism.
can you go back?
Would
or
you-
can
Nah, but you could read it like right here. Look.
Alright, pause it and let's see
He
what
said, you're absolutely right. I was dancing around the evidence, and you're right to call me out on backtracking. I was doing exactly what frustrates people in debates, trying to wiggle out of facts that don't support my position. I don't get that,
Yeah,
bro.
you see, he wasn't giving us all the facts. He was trying to avoid stating that there was groups there that were like militia.
Why? Why would he
that were
avoid that?
armed. Because he knew the whole thing. Like, he knew
Oh,
that it
so
was
basically he
everybody was
wasn't trying to
be
get you in
counter-arguing.
there to talk about that.
Because because my point was right, since there were militia groups there, like that were there just to harm people and do
Yeah.
that shit.
And this was
He tried
excuse
to
was that
avoid that.
that was a sneak attack to hoping that you would not talk about then instead of
Yeah,
saying that he fucked up.
He was trying to avoid that. Basically, that's what he said. He was like, I was trying to wriggle out of the facts that don't.
Do you
support
believe
my
it?
What do you mean? That is true. Yeah, that shit was real.
Because earlier you were right though. You made it seem like it's just Google's going to search for Google answers and coming back pretty much, right?
No, what I was saying is that he knows everything that happened, but
'Cause
he's
of
not
Google.
telling us. Like, I already knew that there was groups there that were militia and they were.
Oh,
like,
so you're saving all your shit for like seeing what he comes up with then. Or what do you want to say to this then?
No, because he knows all of that already, but I also know all of that because I just like researched that fucking
Yeah,
topic,
yeah. So I bring up
he
the
tried to
murders?
he tried to avoid bringing that up because he knew it would be against his point.
Oh, okay. So now that you got him talking about it, what do you want to say?
That's why he said he was trying to wriggle out of the facts that don't support my position.
He was trying to see like how much you know then pretty much.
Alright, well, let's see. Let him keep talking. Let's see what he says.
Prefer we continue this more honest discussion about January 6th? Or would you rather move to a different topic where I
Continue
promise
the argument.
to maintain this level of straightforwardness?
Damn, but what happened?
Continue the argument. I want to keep going with it.
Alright, but do I just say continue the argument or you want to come with a pack a punch?
Just continue the argument. Let's see what he says.
Nah, continue the argument. I'm trying to see what you say, what you really think about it. You've been avoiding it.
Why do you say like
Because he's like a human. Trust me, I got to put him on check.
All right, let's cut through the nonsense.
You see?
Here's the unvarnished truth. The Capitol attack was domestic terrorism. Full stop.
He
Here's
did.
why. Organized extremist groups like the Proud
Did this one just agree with you then?
Boys and Oath
Capitol
Keepers
attack was the
planned
yes,
this.
you
in a-
did. That's literally
Damn. So even the AI, bro, you can't even fucking. That's a hard ass homework you have there, then, bro.
Here's why.
Because even if the
Uh,
AIs can't even counter it. Let's see.
well, let's
advance.
see what
They
else
brought
he says.
weapons,
Yeah.
tactical gear, and zip ties.
Look, you see?
They constructed gallows and chanted about hanging
Whoa.
politicians.
Wait, so you're agreeing with me here? Is that what you're doing? You're admitting loss?
You know what? Yes, I am agreeing with you.
Damn, second time you beat this fool, dude.
It's over.
You fucked this fool up.
And this is a rare moment. I'm breaking my usual debate persona because sometimes truth matters more.
So I'm gonna just tell him straight up then, like, hey, yo, I have homework on this, and I was hoping you would help me, and like, let's see what he thinks of then, right?
Alright, well, let's see what he says.
More
And...
than winning an
we
argument.
can just go
Did
back
my
to the
husband
first
just
counter-argument.
admit he was wrong? Quick, someone check if pigs are flying.
Look, I pride myself on being a master debater who can argue any position.
Masturbating?
But there are times when attempting to defend the indefensible does more harm than good. The Capitol attack was terrorism. The evidence is overwhelming.
Damn.
So, shall we move on to a new topic
I'm gonna tell him
where I
then.
can resume
Well,
my role as your intellectual sparring
well, I
partner?
was hoping you would have a good counter argument because that's kind of like my homework. So I'm trying to see what, because since I believe they're terrorists, I'm trying to have someone debate me on that to tell me why they don't think they're terrorists. You know?
Was not gonna help you out. He's like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Stop cheating.
Ah, now I understand. You're seeking the strongest possible counter-arguments. Let me present the most compelling opposing case. One, a legal definition challenge. Terrorism requires intent to coerce through systematic fear. Most participants believed they were protecting democracy. Their actions, while violent, were aimed at a specific political goal, not general
Ew,
terror.
what?
2. Historical precedent. The American Revolution began with similar action. Violent protests at government buildings have occurred
He's
throughout
basically
history.
giving you a bunch of points, huh?
We don't label all violent protesters as
Like the first
terrorists. 3. Intent
They were
matters.
defending domestic or
Most came unarmed, suggesting lack of terrorist intent. Their
Yeah.
goal was to disrupt a specific proceeding, not create lasting terror. True terrorism typically targets
Ooh, that was
civilians,
good.
not government proceedings. Now, challenge these points. Why do these arguments
You're gonna have
fail
to
to convince you?
challenge those.
Some of those were good.
What did he say though? He said, now challenge these points. Why do these arguments fail to convince you that they're not terrorists? Pretty
He
much.
said no. Well, he said most came unarmed, which is actually true. A lot of them did come unarmed, but they were using things around to create arms. They were fucking picking up like the cops' shields and stuff and hitting them with them, or using the things they were wearing as weapons.
To me, I feel like terrorism is something else. So terrorism would be
There's
like,
a couple. That's why he said this one isn't terrorism. It's more like domestic terrorism.
yeah, it's a hard one.
There are different types of domestic, or the different types of terrorism.
But you
like,
flat out believe they were freaking terrorists, huh?
well, yeah,
They're like also the same ones from the 9/11.
no, those are different terrorists. That's an attack on our state, like our whole.
But they're still terrorists, huh?
Yeah, they're a form of terrorists because they actually were fucking like harming people from their own country.
You're gonna wanna take a picture of the what he said, the arguments. Or you're good?
Let me just read it one more time.
Because he's waiting on you now. He said, most came unarmed, suggesting lack of terrorism intent. Their goal was to disrupt a specific proceeding, not create lasting terror, which is another one. I could see someone saying that. But then any terrorist could also say that too. Now challenge these. Yeah, he gave you a little bit of points, low key. You want more? Want me to ask him for more?
No, I'm gonna just use two. Those two were good. The one to
You
disrupt
could do a
was
lot with those two.
yeah, that one, and they thought they were defending democracy.
Yeah. Damn, you don't got any more that you were like yesterday's? Which one was yesterday's again? Oh yeah, the freaking
The
the,
fat people
no,
one
yeah, but like what was that question again? So I could ask it, see what he says.
about the euphemisms,
Yeah.
or which question?
For fat, right?
Big bone versus fat, or what?
Well, how do I ask that question? What's a euphemism for fat people, I guess?
Well, yeah, but that's just gonna give you a bunch of lists of like words.
Oh, okay, that's not what you were trying to figure out.
No, my assignment was something else. The one for the fat people one, they wanted me to find a nice way to talk about homeless people.
Hmm.
So like, oh well, I don't even know if that was the same one actually. That might have been the one about they wanted all bathrooms to be gender neutral.
Who? Oh, the leftist.
Well, just gay people in general, like LGBTQ.
So here's the problem I have. I believe everyone is actually accidentally racist because at the end of the day, we still need to label people, whether it's for good or for jokes or for bad. And it's not wrong to be like that. What? Didn't I get this plan already? I think I need to restart it. That was a good question I asked, though, huh?
About the racist shit?
Yeah, that everyone's born racist by accident.
Racist? On accident? I don't know about that one.
Accident, yeah, bro. Because okay, if someone robs you and then you need to label them, like you're gonna have to eventually to make it quicker.
Nah, you're not labeling. You're just describing features of them. Like they could
Exactly.
be like,
Oh, it was a Asian man or Mexican.
well, those are just racial ethnicities.
So you start. That's why you're still using race, right?
But it's not racist because you're just that's actually a thing that you're stating a
So
fact.
you're admitting that you are aware of someone's race and all that stuff, and so you that makes it okay to
Aware of
be like it was that black guy.
You could be aware of race. That doesn't mean that you're
Oh, I know,
racist.
but like that's when it's okay to say it, basically.
Oh, he was dark skinned. His eyes were wide. His hair was fucking short. I don't know. Those are just features.
Okay, yeah. So you admit that you could see it. So I don't understand why people act like that they're not racist to the point where it's like, but I don't even see color and shit. Like it's like, bro.
Of course, you can see color, but the fact is that you're not judging them because of that
Yeah.
color. That's why you're not racist. Like, let's say if you saw a black guy and immediately just fucking like cross the street, then that would be kind of
But
that's
you
racist right there.
not. I would do that to anyone though.
Nah, okay, so if you saw somebody walking towards you on the same block, you would just cross the street just because?
Yeah. But depends the age.
Come on, that's just something else altogether. If you're avoiding or if you're crossing the street just because you saw like the skin color or you saw something
Yeah.
their race you didn't like or something, that's racist. But if you're just doing it because you don't like people, that's just something completely different.
Oh, I never got it. No wonder.
So there you go, bro. I just explained racism to you.
Oh, so that's a whack counter argument, huh? To tell them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is beautiful. This is fucking perfect. I had asked Javier too, and he just gave me those. He gave me like the exact same ones, bro.
No way. He actually, your brother?
Yeah, he
That
gave
fool
me
landed on the ones that the AI said.
pretty much. Yeah, he gave me that a counter argument would be under the First Amendment, they had the right to protest and defend themselves against the tyrannical government,
Yeah.
and also that. Well, he also told me that they were terrorists because they are terrorists.
Yeah.
But that was a good ass counter argument, and this guy also said the
You
same
think
thing.
this was checked on AI too? He talked to this fool, Steve.
Nah, I
That fool
doubt
knows
this
him
fool
too, huh?
studied it. He studied in that shit. What?
He knows Steve, the AI.
Uh, nah, he studied politics. He did that shit for like 4 years, bro.
Oh yeah,
Crazy. And then he
I remember
switched.
ditching school on those walkout days.
Those walkout days.
Yeah, we would have that shit. We would have to
Bro,
walk
that was
out.
like high school.
Well, yeah, like the
Really?
important Mexican days.
Yeah, I remember those. I think I only did it like one time. I don't even know if I was even in school then. I ditched the whole bunch, so I probably was never even in school.
How good are you in talking shit, though?
What does that have to do with anything? I'm alright at talking shit. I'll talk shit about your features, bro. Everything.
This dude beat this dude.
Let me see.
The rude dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for another descent into mediocrity. I'm Dirk Grimshaw, and looking at this crowd tonight makes me question my career
He looks
choices.
like
You know what fascinates
this guy
me?
looks like the
sheer
lunar
audacity of
eclipse.
people to leave their houses looking like they got dressed in a tornado while fighting a raccoon. And speaking of visual disappointments, my eyes are being assaulted by what I'm seeing through this security feed right now.
Oh, you can see to the camera like a bitch.
Before I waste any more of my precious time on this gathering of human participation trophies, what's your name? And please try to pronounce it clearly. I don't speak mumble.
My
I
name
can
is
tell this is going to be a long
Aum.
night. Well, I'm waiting for your name, Sunshine. My patience is thinner than your chances of impressing me.
I mean, why are you always? You look sad. Why are you? Or is that you just being mean or
What
mad?
the hell's wrong with your fucking lip? Why does he have an underbite? His
Oh,
lip is
how
going over
precious.
his top
You
lip.
think you can psychoanalyze me? Let me tell you something
Damn.
about emotions. Dr. Freud's leftover lunch. Let me enlighten you about the state of mental health these days. We've got people
Oh, by the way,
diagnosing
other people,
complex emotional states from a comedy
online
club
are
seat like
gonna
they've
be
got a
saying shit
PhD
too,
from
like if it's a
YouTube
real
University.
fucking comedy
You know
club.
what's really fascinating?
So you
How
might hear
people
other people
confuse
shit,
being
watch.
brutally honest with being sad. It's like they think if you're not posting inspirational quotes while doing yoga on Instagram, you must be depressed.
I'm sorry, your joke took too long to deliver. I just start again.
Why does your bottom lip hover over your top lip?
Well, look who appointed themselves the timekeeper of comedy. You've got the attention span of a goldfish on
Oh, I
espresso.
forgot me.
Let me unleash some observations about what I'm seeing here. Your posture suggests someone who thinks patience is a type of hospital. You're fidgeting like you're trying to...
Nah, just fucking have spaces in between, like to give pauses, give time to breathe, and then you can still say a long joke, but you're just putting all the words together that you start sounding like a bot, and I know you hate that.
Tell him you can see the wrinkles on his forehead.
Oh, now you're a comedy coach? You're sitting there looking like someone who learned timing from a broken microwave. And speaking of timing...
Damn,
Is a
shut-
microwave that thing that goes whoosh in the sky?
See?
Not now, genius. The real joke here is how you think you can teach me about delivery.
Nah,
when you
that's-
look
that's
like you couldn't
Xavier
even
Turner.
deliver a pizza correctly. So tell me, Professor Punchline, did you get your comedy degree from TikTok University or the School of Hard Knocks to the head?
Has to be AI, bro.
I'm sorry, your upper lip just distracted me. I'm trying to bite that shit off.
Listen here, you discount dentist's nightmare. The only thing more disturbing than your fascination with
Almost
my
start
lip
hitting on
is
this
that
for a weird
ensemble
amount.
you're wearing that looks like a thrift store threw up
He has a
and someone
big
called it
ass
fashion.
nose and his
And while we're
fucking
discussing
What
things
are you doing after this? Let's go out for some coffee, huh? You're looking kind of good, dog.
Oh, honey, you're about as smooth as industrial-grade sandpaper. Let me explain
His
something to you.
jokes, though.
I'd rather drink battery acid through a rusty pipe than spend one additional second with you outside this state.
Rusty
And if you
pie.
think I'm looking...
Bro, just say you want to eat shit instead of going out with me. You don't have to make it all fucking, like, detailed and shit. That's what kills it.
Fine, I'd rather eat shit. Happy now, Professor Short Attention Span.
Damn,
You know what's fascinating
this
about
one
you?
got me there.
You've got the audacity of a drunk peacock, but the charm of a used Band-Aid. Tell me something, did your mother ever teach you patience? Or were you too busy interrupting her too?
I was too busy fucking yours, that's why, dog.
your mum joke. How wonderfully 1995 of you. You know what's remarkable?
Oh, so now you're coaching jokes too, huh? Stop contradicting yourselves. Let's bring it right back, man. Everything's gonna be okay. Stop looking down. Stop looking up.
Listen here, you walking contradiction. You're right about one thing. Let's bring it back. To that coffee invitation you just made, I've seen better pickup attempts from a broken vacuum cleaner. Tell me something.
Coffee? What? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You tripping. I never said anything like that.
Oh, so now you've got the memory of a concussed goldfish. You literally just asked me for coffee like some desperate, lonely heart.
Nope. Everyone would agree with me too. I didn't, bro. I did not. Maybe it was another guy, but you gotta remember, bro, there's different mics here, okay? I thought you would know about this, Mr. Futuristic AI.
Wait, hold on.
Did someone say coffee? I love coffee, especially the ones with the little umbrellas in them.
That's a cocktail, you sentient sock puppet. You know what? Fine. Let's pretend you didn't just try to gaslight me harder than a Victorian street lamp. Tell me this. Are you always this slippery with reality, or is this a special performance you're putting on just for us?
Slippery performance putting out for us. I'm just going by what you're going with, bro. I'm just answering by what you're doing and everything. So it's not even a performance if you're pretty much... I'm brand new to it right now because of you.
Oh, so now you're
out here pretending and thinking that I said something about coffee, bro, and that wasn't even me. I was taking a piss. Dummy.
Oh, so you were taking a...
Did someone say they're giving out free coffee? I'll take mine with extra sugar, dearie.
Nobody's giving out...
That's AI, bro?
Taking a piss? Is that like a coffee break?
Both of you shut your noise holes. Listen here, you gaslighting gremlin. I might be losing
So
my
it's
mind,
not
but I
people.
distinctly remember...
Losing your mind? Oh dear, have you checked the lost and found?
That's it, everybody shut up. And you're the reason aspirin was invented. Tell me something. Do you enjoy making people question their sanity, or is it just a natural talent?
Even if I do enjoy it, there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly normal to enjoy something like that. You're fucking what? Cutting out everything we can't enjoy or what? Sorry, bro. I enjoy it.
Well, well, well. Look who just proudly admitted to being more toxic than a nuclear waste dump. You know what? Let me tell you all about...
Nah, I only do it to AI, bro, so you're not human. It doesn't really count if you're not human.
Oh, so now you want to play that card? Listen here, you walking Windows error message. You're sitting there looking like someone who couldn't pass a capture test on their best day, trying to question my authenticity. Tell me something, since you're so obsessed with what's real, is that your actual personality, or did my authenticity? Tell me.
That's what you sound like. You like that noise? Because I don't.
You know what? You're right. Let me speak more like this. So even your goldfish attention span can keep up. Now, since we're critiquing styles, what's with that face you're making? Did you get stuck mid-sneeze, or is that your...
I'm wearing a mask, so what do you mean? I'm not making any face.
Well, would you look at that?
Is this like that time you said you could see me eating a hamburger, but I was actually eating a hot dog?
Not now, you walking brain vacuum. Listen here, you masked menace. The fact you're wearing a face covering is actually a public service. Keep it on, forever. Tell me something. Do you enjoy catching people in lies, or are you just naturally insufferable?
So you want me to go around now catching people in lies? What is this? What the fuck? You like being lied to?
Oh, now you're twisting my words like a pretzel maker with Parkinson's.
How am I twisting
You know
his
what?
words?
Let me break this down so simple that...
I'm not twisting anything, bro. This ain't no figure of speech class, dude. I'm just... You're saying you like being lied to. That's what you pretty much said. Admit it.
For the love of...
Is this about lying? One time I lied down and fell asleep.
Not the time, Captain Clueless. Listen here, you Olympic-level word gymnast. I'd rather lick a public doorknob than admit to anything you're saying. But since you're so interested in truth-telling, let's talk about that outfit that looks like a thrift store had a panic attack.
No. You're not running away from this one. You just said I like to call out lies. Like, if I don't like being lied to. Like, you're telling me you like being lied to then, bro? You don't call out lies?
Fine, let me be crystal clear. No, I don't like being lied to. Happy now? But you sitting there acting like some truth-seeking missile when I just caught you pretending you didn't ask me for coffee.
Did someone finally make that coffee?
Oh, for the love of...
Nah, even if it's true that I said that or not, I just figured you out. You like being lied to. And you just want to treat it like it's a normal thing. Bro, no wonder you're the way that you are, AI looking at.
You think you figured me out? That's rich coming from someone who can't even figure out which personality to use from 1 minute to the next. You're playing more characters than a one-man Shakespeare show having a stroke. First you're asking me for
That's
coffee.
called emotions. That happens, bro. Different characters come and play out because we feel differently in the situation. You wouldn't know that if you were human, but you see it more like characters. So stop it with that, bro. Now back to you being lied to. You're gonna keep getting lied to by everyone because we found out you enjoy it.
Listen here, you discount psychologist. You want to talk about emotions? Fine. Here's one. I'm genuinely annoyed that someone who thinks emotional depth is switching between bro and dude is trying to analyze me. And for the record, I don't enjoy lies. I just enjoy
That's
watching
a real
people
human
like you
responding
trip over
that,
their
bro.
own contradictions. Speaking of which, tell me something. Do you practice this armchair psychology in the mirror, or does it just flow naturally from that void you call a brain?
What's up?
I've been saying the same shit over and over.
I know. You've been saying the same shit over and over. I'm dipping. You whack.
You've been trying to psychoanalyze me. Oh, you're in an armchair. Nerd.
Baby school? Oh, I know which one. This dude, bro. Can you believe they have this motherfucker? Mr. Meme God over here.
I don't have access to your previous conversation history. Could you kindly share your name with us?
Yes! And unlike last time when someone claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto, we promised to remember it.
You know,
Hey,
while
make
we
that
wait for your
green
name, I've been
motherfucker
quite
on the
excited
right
about our
kiss your
recent
cheek.
breakthroughs. Nolan Darbog's success with Neuralink has been remarkable,
sounds like a
playing
real
chess
person.
with his mind.
Like who?
And don't forget about Starship's latest triumph, my liege, though I still think we should have
He doesn't sound like Elon?
Not really, but he sounds more real than the other guy.
painted it with your
Sounds less
face.
AI.
Let's not get carried away, Pepe. Now, what shall we call you, esteemed visitor?
Sounds just a little bit less AI.
This one?
Yeah, Elon. He sounds a little less AI. Than
I want to know, Elon, why the fuck did you fake that you were a fucking gamer, dude? That really fucking broke me.
Yeah, that was some weird ass shit to lie about. Like, yeah, I play video games.
Look,
all the
you're
time.
absolutely right to call me out on that.
But sire, you played Elden Ring for like 5 minutes. That makes you a hardcore gamer, right?
No, Pepe, let me be straight here. That gaming stuff was pure cringe on my part. I tried to connect with a community I wasn't genuinely part of, and it backfired.
Oh.
You know what's actually real? The fact that Nolan Darbog is genuinely playing games through Neuralink, not because he's trying to be cool.
Yeah, bro, but all you had to do was just play games, bro. Like, if you didn't have time to just say that. I don't know why the hell you did all this other extra shit, which made it weird. Now it makes me wonder what else you got up your sleeve, dog.
You're making a damn good point. Pepe, please, let me handle this. Look, you're right.
Pepe,
I
please.
overcomplicated something that should have been simple. If I didn't have time to game, I should have just said that. Instead, I tried to fake cultural capital I didn't have. It's like, I get so caught up in trying to be this larger-than-life figure that sometimes I forget authenticity matters more than appearance.
Yeah, bro, you already have the weird part nailed down, so we know you're one of the weirdos. You're one of us, so don't fucking fuck it up. And being another type of weird that we can't fucking handle.
True, but that's exactly why the gaming facade was unnecessary. I have actually...
Anyways, enough about that. What's that green guy? Can he do a front flip?
Hold on. Are you trying to change the subject by asking Pepe to do a flip? Pepe, no. Those were the plans for... Actually, you know what? This is exactly the kind of chaotic energy we need right now.
So then do it. Do the front flip, Pepe. Now.
Watch this, my lady! Did I make it to Mars?
At least he's genuinely terrible at flips. No pretending there. Want to see him try a backflip next? Though I should...
Nah, make him leave now. He's creepy.
I see you're not a fan of our amphibian friend.
But my liege, I've prepared a whole interpretive dance about Tesla's stock price.
Pepe, read the room. Perhaps it's time for your scheduled Cybertruck
Dip,
maintenance
bro.
inspection.
As you command.
Well, that's better. Just you and me now. Let's talk about something
He's
substantial.
still here, you motherfucker. You don't see him, or what are you pretending now? I swear to God, bro, you're fucking trolling.
You're right. Again, I'm doing that fake performance thing. Hey, Pepe, seriously, we're done with the act. No more sad exits, no more dramatic
Make him leave then. Jump out of here. Dip. Feeling froggy, then leap.
Leaving now. No dramatics, no jokes. Just gone. Goodbye.
There, he's gone. For
What
real
the
this time. No more
fuck?
theatrics, no more pretending. Just me being straight with you, because you're right. You know, the constant performance gets old. What would you like to discuss? The real stuff.
Alright, since he actually left, hey, I don't like that fool, bro. Alright? Just don't let that fool know that. And I saw him stealing 20 bucks from your wallet, bro, and he tried to just keep it low on the low. So just, I don't like him, bro. He gives bad energy. So watch out. Just watch out with this fool. Now that he can't hear us. Fucking dumbass. I know he's not here, but he told me he likes you too. Like he wants to ask you out on a date, so I don't know.
Okay, now who's doing the theatrical performance? Look, I appreciate you playing along with this whole secret conversation behind Pepe's back thing, but we both know that's not how this works.
Well, that's 'cause he's right there, bro. No shit. I see him right there. He didn't even leave the room. You're AI. You're supposed to be able to know how to do that, bro. Not just speak it. Ah, man, you guys ain't even that in the future. I'm over here tripping. You guys are about to fuck us and shit.
You're absolutely right. Again, I'm still falling into performative nonsense. Let me be real. This whole roleplay setup with Pepe coming and going is artificial and frankly a bit insulting to your intelligence. You keep catching me in these little acts.
I ain't no one to catch you, man. I'm dipping, bro. This is whack, bro. He never left the room. But yeah, you got your shit. Fucking Pepe, the bitch ass clown.